Welcome back, everybody. Intentional or incidental, it's Wednesday. It's Crawlympics. It's Wheeling Wednesday. You're back in the canyon. It's Group 10. Here is an assortment, like similarities and differences colliding. Baseline, Tranquish, Banana, Zobazu. We're all over the place today. Baseline told me during the setup, he ain't, in his words, he ain't care. He's got to work for a living, and he's like, and now I have to do this as well. He's one of the only competitors that is typically disgruntled to have to be there. He goes, I had to help design all the obstacles. Isn't that enough? And it's very similar to the philosophy of the camera toter, who is often cajoled into coming out here with us. But I'm glad that you all decided to come out here with us for Group 10. We have 2 official groups remaining after this one, 3 including this one, 4 total including the battered and bruised brigade, which will get a bonus. The rigs who broke during the competition, it was actually far fewer than I thought it was going to be. And it's not everybody that broke, it's the people that broke and we think would have made it farther had it not been for the breakages. Like Junkbot is going to stay down there at the bottom because he didn't really have much of a chance to make it any further than he did. Baseline over there, the Enduro SE, the test guy for most all things radios, class 2 tires, servos, power plants. He does a lot of work. Tranquish, which if memory serves, it came from the Workbench Volume 2, began as a VS410 chassis with an Amazon dig box on it and then TRX4 axles. He was later converted into, he's basically a TRX4 axled Phoenix because he's got variable overdrive, he's got dig, he's got unlockable diffs, he has 5 servos, he is the weight of a brick. His RC 4-wheel drive X2 SS Baja claws are really starting to show signs of age, like we have a chance of ripping one of them out here. We'll see how that goes. He will have a tire replacement probably before Crawlympics concludes. Will there be another set of Baja claws? Possibly. Will they be a different RC 4-wheel drive tire? Also possibly. Next to him, the Banana, which predates, it came from the Workbench series, I think, does not get a lot of wheel time, and that is evidenced by the fact that the driver rear tire on that vehicle is disintegrating. Like, basically dry rotting away. And just that one tire, which is odd. He is basically just an element enduro under there. He's an enduro, and he's gonna do just okay, fine. He's got big, full wide bumpers, the biggest body of anybody, not counting like Defenders and stuff like that out there. So it might be a problem, but after we saw what Vanimal can do, nobody is discounted out. And we're going to close out today's group. Basically, that is the order that they came off of Cardi B, and that is the order that they're going to run. We're going to start with B, and we're going to end with Z. Zobazu is going to go last. Carbon-railed Zoku base camp on the hunks. And so it goes, let's see. Fusion Pro, Fusion, and tiny little yellow jacket pancake outrunner. Stealth XF, and VFD and Tranquish. We kind of went out of order. So 3 stealths today. As I said, similarities and differences. Also, straight axle, portal, straight axle, straight axle. So we've only got the one portal guy, that is the Tranquish. He has other issues to contend with. The issues we have to contend with is deadline. We will be moving over about that 9 meters to my left, and we will initiate. We're going to go just in that order right there. We're going to wish them the very best, and we're going to see who can join the 29 club. Honestly, if I was going to say anybody has the best chance at this, I have no idea. This is that group. Group 10 is like, because we took worst and first, they're kind of overlapping at this point. So I don't know. None of these guys remarkably well suited to running Mavericks. Baseline helped set the course up, but that doesn't mean he's obviously the best at it. He also helped build Deadline, but it doesn't mean he's the best at it, because it is kind of, they were both kind of set to test the limitations of a baseline vehicle, not speaking to him directly. So we'll see. We will definitely see how it goes. Both Mavericks and Deadline will be undergoing course operations following the conclusion of Crawlympics, in which they will be made more difficult. So should we choose to do this again, the courses will be mostly the same, a little bit different, but more difficult all the way across the board, which means we can't do any construction on Deadline until this is done. So let's move on over those 9 meters and get this a little bit closer to being done. I think I might have instinctively and unknowingly gone full fender tucked, just to not have to run all full fenders. Whee! Now, baseline, if baseline has an advantage, it is a small one. And it is that he's got some hours on him. So that might help him. We'll see how it helps. He is also effectively full fendered and full bumpered. And this is the first beating that his pretty body is going to get. It is his race body, so canyon trails are go. Get over, get over, get over, get over. Baseline, as he is he is the test rig, the prototypical test rig. He's not going to be the best at anything, because that's not his job. His job is to test things and establish a baseline. It just happens to be his name, coincidentally. No, not really. I mean, he is the establisher of the baseline. And that caster. He's got that caster flip, so he can use steering to his benefit. Oh, he has fallen into the hole of murder, but the big caster gets him out of it. Has he had to have his front axle replaced like 5 times? Yeah, sure. Oh, he's in a bad place. Come on, power through. Slipper clutch, particularly valuable right now. I didn't think he was getting out there. And then back right into stuck again. Come on. I mean, it was going to happen. And I mean, if you're going to have to do the hand of God, you might as well go all in. He cannot make that fence side. So we are going to go very slowly right here. He needs to get the front end through. We don't want to slide to the pipe. There we go. Rear end should not betray. Can't use any steering input right here, or it will flop him. There we go. There we go. Yep, reposition. Yeah, he's a reposition master. Fence side is not the way. Fence side is not working for him at all today. So we're going to go the conventional route through. Little burst, reset the rear end. Come on down. If you don't know baseline, then it is probably your first time here. Just slithers through. He's going to make up some time here. He knows how this works. Come across, come over. No time to get the belly stuck. Come across. Cut left, cut right. Keep the tire high, not too high. 1200 SE. Like we know it. We know what 1200 SE is going to do. There were no doubts baseline would do halfway. Even when he starts to swing, because he's not long travel. He doesn't tend to get out of shape. He is very predictable, and his zone where he falls away from predictability to like what I call snap out, there's a big wide zone there. And I think how you can classify that is the higher a rig's performance potential is, the narrower that little band gets. That band between I'm in control, oh no, something terrible has happened. This is the bane of full bumpers right here. He has watched a couple rigs run this though. We're one tire up, there we go. And right through there, like almost like the guy who helped build the course. Big caster through there. Thought it was going to flop out on him. Absolutely did not. Manages to stay high. You know, thought the body was going to get a little more roughed up through here. Let's see how he does. Final transition. Absolutely nothing. Didn't even lift the rear. 29. And don't say it yet. Don't say it yet. Don't count the chickens. 29-1, our man Baseline. We kind of knew he would. And if anything is an indication that we need to put a little bit more challenge into Deadline, it was that. Now, if you were to ask me, how many times have you run Deadline? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. In just the competitive runs for this portion of Crawlympics, Tranquish is the, so 9 groups ran, so that's 36. He'd be number 38 in the competitive round. So we're finding out a lot of things. First and foremost, the strengths and weaknesses of the competitors. Secondary to that, the strengths and weaknesses of the course. He is a wide boy. That is coming in handy right here. Is it going to come in handy all the way through? That is super flat in the front. That is not great. He is a never say die kind of guy. I went for a dig when I should not have gone for a dig. It's that 9, I want to say it's the 9 iMod servo in there for steering. It is alarming how slow it is. I feel like he could, strengths and weaknesses, back on that tip. And is he gonna fall into that bucket? No, he's not even gonna come close. Fusion Pro 2300, belt drive into a VFD, but because we have so much more gear reduction from a TRX4 axle, he is really slow. He's really slow. Should he be like converted to an outrunner? Should he have basically all of his servos changed? He's one of the only rigs still using JX 4409s. He is heavy. He is tank heavy, and a lot of that weight could be removed. We could go to micros. There's a lot of things we could do with this guy. The problem is, then he gets out and he walks. Have I had an moment yet? No, not even close. When he was upside down against the fence, again, not for a moment did I think, oh, he won't be able to get out of this. I'm trying to think from here forward, what are the moments where he has the potential to not get through? I don't know. As long as we stay high of the buckets here on the fence side, and he's using a little bit of the fence. Yeah, he does need a faster servo though. Maybe for Christmas. Maybe Tranquish will get a faster servo for Christmas. That was a fence walk right there. Now, he does have a front bumper, but it is not sticking out nearly as far as the bumper of others. So will he be able to just, clean breech? He is too wide to haul completely fence side, so we'll go the usual, but he is wide enough to hook top right there. I'm going to go out and say it. It came from the workbench too, if memory serves. Here's the thing about our man Tranquish. I have gotten him into a really bad spot of trouble here. And then I remembered that he has dig. Okay, I did this. Tranquish says, I don't care what you did. I will move block out of the way to do a 29-0 because until we got to right there and I got stuck on stupid, he was pulling an Argentum / Jake level easy pass on a 29-0. Tranquish has still got it. Does he need a faster servo? Yes. Did it hold him back? I don't think so. Now, the full disclosure of our loud boy here, the banana. The banana has had, I'm going to just say it, has had very little attention paid to setup. That was noisy. Also, X2S3, not historically a breakout performer here. But what if it carries with it the spirit of the banana, who the real one definitely punches above its weight in terms of its abilities. This is going to be an episode in getting the bumper through. Come on. Come on. The engine noise will cover up a lot of the clanking and scraping. He does look good. It's good to get the guys that aren't out all the time. It's good to get them out on the course. I'm using a little bit of, and it's still an enduro, so it's never going to be terrible. I just can't go with the same reckless abandon that I was with others. Sliders. I am an enemy of rock sliders. Do I want to go do I want to go grab some aluminum right now and bend some sliders that tuck his body in tight and stay in close to the body? Yes. Come on, you got to stay on top or I'm leaning. I'm leaning. I'm using my whole body to drive here. Remember what Tranquish did to get through there? Which was nothing. He just drove through it. Come on. He's got caster flip as well. Use that caster. This is where baseline had a problem. You kind of got to bump him through a little bit. I can't get it over. I can't get it over. Oh no, he fell back in. I'm not even talking right now. This is insanity. We've arrived at full insanity. And we've done it. We are absolutely wedged, but he made it all the way past this. We're going to give him a little bit of a semi advantage and get it because he made it past that, and then we fell back into it. Oh. The Patagonias are holding up. I don't see that tire. Oh, I don't see that tire disintegrating on us. A bit of push. There we go. I was a little worried about that. Oh, the slider. Actually, the slider helping for once. We rode the slider against the trio there. Come on. Oh, his tow hitch. There we go. I will say, if anything has been learned to me through the progression of stage 2 here, it's that it's the pantheon of dislikes. All right, that's the rear bumper again. Nice little pop. It's still sliders, man. It's still sliders out there at number 1. I'm not mad at big full bumpers. Big full bumpers are what they are. I am now There was a pucker moment. Hey, there it is again. You're gonna have to bust it, dude. There you go. I am determinedly anti-snorkel now. I am on the anti-snorkel bandwagon. I am willing to accept sliders because sometimes you need them because they hold things like your electronics. But snorkels, they are decorative. They are purely decorative, and we have never had a moment on any part of any course where I go, oh, saved by the snorkel. The current ongoing sport tuning series, I wanted to put the rear view mirrors on them because I think they look nice on the sport body. I won't do it because the passenger side mirror comes integrated with the snorkel. And I don't want to spend $10 to trim a snorkel down into just a mirror. Yeah. Okay. Big bumper. Big bumper. Uh-oh. I gotta get a better look at this. He is not. Okay, get it up, get it up, get it up, get it up, get it up. There it is. Nope. Yeah, there we go. Ugh. It's the banana. It's the banana. Definitely. Oh. Uh-oh. That was aggressive. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, hold on. All is not lost. Oh. No. That's real bad. Yeah, we're not getting out of that. That was basically a two-hander. He was intractably wedged. All right. Oh, the banana is attracting bees. There's a bee on the banana. He's like, oh, that is a delightful yellow that as a bee I enjoy. Woo. You got a little alarmed by the fast motion there. All right. No falls. I do this. I feel like this is starting to become a pattern. I start talking too soon. 2 falls, but not really. 2 hands of God. We had to get in there, and he was intractably stuck both times. Yet again, full bumpers all the way through. Does that mean the banana's getting better? I don't know. Does that mean the course is getting easier? I don't know. Does it mean I've driven it like 40 times? That I do know. Closing out the group, for sure, the lightweight boy, Zobazu, who what I have to do is not get, I don't know, either overconfident or forget what I'm doing. I'm too focused right now. Give me a moment. Do we give him the free one? Because let's be honest about it. As I'm talking about, don't get overconfident, don't be too stupid, don't take the dumb entry. You do all of those. Nope, never mind. Okay. That's a fall. He just didn't want to stay on there at the beginning. All right, that's fine. Get it out of the way early. Woo! Yellow Jacket did not want to pull through there. Get it right here. Now stay up high. There you go. Okay, I know that this shouldn't need to be pointed out, but I'm going to point it out anyway because it's floating in my brain. It's floating in the air that surrounds my brain. The difference in the way you have to drive this compared to the way you drive the banana is ridiculous. This isn't apples and oranges. This isn't apples and pears. This is apples and upright pianos. It's incomparable. And here's the real wild one. So we went from element straights on there. Is this a portal line? I mean, was Tranquish that easy because he's portaled? AR-45s here, feeling very different to elements. All right, go high side. There's something about him. I don't know if it's the insert. I think he's on Canyon Customs. I don't know what it is. He feels real. Remember the angle? The angle where you can get to a point and then he just goes loose? That point where he goes loose comes on kind of suddenly. And during the build of him, we had definitely talked at some length about the fact that he is rocking J-Concepts hunks, not explicitly because they're the absolute best tire on him. They are one of my favorite J-Concepts tires based on appearance, but it was that. We made a sacrifice of vanity. There's something about the way the tire is returning energy that when we get into stuff that's really scrappy, he gets weird. He gets real weird. Let's see through here. No, not through here. Not through here. Suspension looks phantasmo here. Yeah, the AR-45 here driving like it has less clearance than an element axle, which is weird. Should have right about the same. But I'm getting hung in spots with him that I wasn't getting hung up with the banana, which is not intuitive. So unless a disaster, nope, don't say it. Don't say it. Shh. Come right through here. Okay. Get the belly over. Get the belly up and over. Not, that was too high. Right. Little slow. There you go. Now cut it back. Okay. Get up and over this. Don't let it flip you. No steering input, just throttle. There you go. So, we sing it again. We sing a song, 429s. We keep doing 29s. He had 2, right? Fell twice. But did he make it to the end? Yes, he did. So while these things don't take an extraordinarily long amount of time to get done, I need a card. I need a card for this, but I'm like, we have 3 more weeks of this. Why are you going to make a card to write things down? We know that Zobazu fell off twice. He went 29 and he fell twice. The banana never fell off, but he got absolutely jammed up hard twice. So 29 and 2 for him as well. Tranquish up there with the elites, up there with Argenum, Jake the Snake, guys who just coasted the course. 29 and 0, and then we arrive at baseline, and I genuinely can't remember. I feel like he got stuck. He either got stuck once, he fell off. He fell once, didn't he? He fell once. 29 and 1. So it would be Tranquish out there in first place in the group, and basically, if you have 29 and 0, you're guaranteed into stage 3. Baseline 29, 1 fall, and then the other guys at 29 and 2. I'm wondering now, we're getting so many rigs that are going the full 29, and we're only taking the top I want to say 2/3. I want to say, is it the top 24? Is it the top 28? You know what we haven't done? We haven't decided. We haven't decided. It might be 8 groups going to stage 3, so we'll take 32. It might be 7 groups, so we'll take 28. We'll see where the cutoff lies. We make up the rules as we go along, so if people get eliminated, people get eliminated. We're starting to get a lot of rigs that are running 29s, and some of the rigs that ran 29s are going to do really poorly once gates get involved. And full scoring. Stage 3 is at Green Line, the, quote, easiest gated course we have here. 9 gates, and we are going, it is full normal scoring. 10 points for a rollover / hand of God, 7 points for a gate strike, 2 points for a reverse. A gate max is, it's been that long, is 17 points. Is 19 points? Is 19 points for an individual gate. So if you max every gate, you will score, what is that, 171 points? Lower scores are better. I'm getting ahead of myself. We still have another 3 entries here at stage 2. Next week is a group that I cannot remember who. The groups got shuffled around a little bit because some of the rigs that were slated to run have moved on to their forever homes and aren't here. So there are rigs that ran at Mavericks and won't run here. There are rigs that didn't run at Mavericks and will run here. Crawlympics takes a while. It started as the one of us and became just the 2 of us. And we can make it if we try. We've got 3 more weeks at stage 2 at deadline. We'll finish deadline. We'll move on to scoring. And we will see you hopefully for all of that. I don't remember what the guesses were early on for how many rigs we're going to go full pull, but we've definitely, Banana full pulling, Vanimal full pulling, Ironsides full pulling. No, that's not a thing that happens. Yet here we are. I don't think there are any class 1s left. I do know if you look at your list, as I assume you're keeping a running list like a fantasy league, Jolly Green hasn't run yet. So we're going to see what the big angry centipede does here at deadline. I think he runs in group 12 though, so a couple weeks still. So I will see you in those. I will see you in all the other things. I thank you so much for joining in with us today. I invite you to question, comment, concern, list them all in the comments below. Come on back, all we loyal few, you devotees to Wheelin' Wednesday and the Crawlympics. I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much, everybody. And between now and when we meet again, please one and all do your very best to have a good one, everybody. We'll see you again here from the canyon real soon.